Hello, hi. You look here. Reviews. Whereas now, buka this, lalela that.
siyochitha isikhathi yazi kube mnandi sophenduka iphathi asambeni.
So namhlanje ngiphathele album review. I think album Shandis. Yeah, it's definitely an album on the line ibhalwe kanjalo la ngilalela khona. Okay, just so off the bat ngilalela ku Spotify. The album le ngizokhuluma ngayo ayikho on the line anyway ngikaze ngibheke kufakaza so yeah so namhlanje ngiphethe Impohlo uYandra. I don't know if Umchita is really Impohlo or that's just the album name. I'm not really sure. So okay, the preamble to this review is that singing the album for what 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks manga. Oh, kuzophela only 3 weeks on the 27th of December because it coming on November 27th. And so local kind of makes this hard ukuthi ngivele ngiyi-review i-album as if it's something that's still fresh with me. So indlela engicabanga ukuthi ngizoyenza ngayo ngikhuluma about my thoughts, what I actually think right now, or from the day engizwe ngayo up until this day, and then I'll give you a review through my texts that I shared or I sent with one of my friends. Yeah, it was on the 27, I'm 28 or 29, if not on 27. The preamble to the preamble of the album. It's about the process that I went through with listening to you on the album. So bekunjena namhlanje kuyanetha namhlanje kazi nima nezwe kuyanetha namhlanje so bekunjena namhlanje and I decided to go out. I keep a lot of times like I take myself out anginayo imali but mangihlanganile mina Impohlo, this album is for me. So ngiqala ukuyilalela it was at the Natural Science Museum in Tegwini City Hall, and I think midway through projects I went up to the art gallery, just izinto zamahhala ngikhona. So yeah, that's me with the free stuff. So uYandra Impohlo ngoba sengishilo, it's 27 November isiphumile Spotify hambe ngibheke ngijida if uzoyibuka le Shandesi please asikuthole ku-YouTube in fact, make lyric videos in fact. Dude, Yandra Africa on Instagram. Yeah, I think Africa called on Instagram. Cheetah, you see you with the Insta stories or posting. Could you just use those as placeholders for a music video? Look uyilupile ufaka ama-lyrics akho, a lyric video on YouTube. I know it's like a segue or a rant or whatnot, but accessibility mfethu back SoundCloud thola kwiculo lomunye umuntu. Dude, step up game yakho. I mean about being visible, not okay, let me not say not ngomculo because segue to the segue. The first project angayilalela I'm a bit skeptical ngoba like okay ngizogcina ngiyilalelile into engenza ngithi I'm a bit skeptical ngoba ngiyasaba ukuthi ngizoyilalela. It's not as good as this, but then that doesn't make much of any sense ukuthi ungathi ufuna ukulalela umculo and then still want to hear the same thing because yona kahle kahle into engebe ngiyisho leyo if ngithi in your 20s or for your 20s if I'm not mistaken, if ngizothi it has to be like this, then njenge-artist you just be umuntu omile. Hey, I'm not calling you a rapper, I'm calling you an artist for a reason, and one of those reasons it's sweet, hey, Oh crap, okay, ngikhohliwe nayelinye, I won't lie. But for those two, because a friend said lo mjidi uyakwazi ukucula. Like lo mjida can write or knows how to write umculo, not just raps, not just rhymes. He knows ama notes, and mangokulalela ucula, shit, I don't have a good ear. I don't know what the umuntu okwazi ukucula sounds like, but ngingavuma ngoba it doesn't sound bad. Like I'm sure khona omunye umuntu ongamfeatureisha uzomshayela hook without auto-tune or something like that. But Jita Vetsu, be on SoundCloud, be on YouTube, we actually need these shandies that you actually releasing, because this right here, this sounds exactly like what personally engafuna ukuyizwa from umuntu omnyama owenza umculo mfethu, because amanye amaculo la could charts, like if sikhuluma iqiniso, like this shandies 9 to 5 ngihlele emqaleni nakuyabhora. Dude, this thing can chart. Lento ingacharta ngoJanuary, ngoJune, ngoDecember. ngoDecember could do a lot of things, because the Shandisi has the best gimmick on the album. I'm sorry to call the Shandisi gimmick usine faka pause, dude, igimmick kodwa mina kade ngifuna ibe icula nalezo kaze kwamnandi la South Africa sasebancane kumnandi kuphela. I mean, dude, come on, kumnandi la South Africa. It's this Shandis right here is every single thing mina bengingafuna ukuyilalela. So I think this is where I'm going to end what I think from the me having it for 3 weeks, and then I'll just get into the texts that I had or that I shared or that were exchanged between me. Self-censored one on the line. Please make sure to ayibheka Impohlo, because this is the best gimmick I've had in a while, dude. Like, I'm calling this a gimmick because it's just nothing but beats and I'm out just having fun. I mean, I don't know my fathers is just having fun in this shit, and every single feature on this project should come into this thing later as a top order. In the water. In the water. In the water. Yeah, to just make ufaka in the water, and then like do something else to be more visible in Mchita. That's my biggest complaint about you as an artist. And then about the album, it's like, hey, I won't lie, the Say Nation, I was every time jal, especially at the end of it. Every time I hear Say Nation, fakazimusic.com. Like, I know it's again and into person funa market ngayo, but for me personally, it kind of yantomula from the actual Shandis effect. But the gimmicks, which gimmick is usually the beats and ad-libs for me. Now if you ad-libbing too much and beats are hard, dude, hard zokugimika lapho kumina. Ngingawuthanda umculo wakho, but if at the end ngale kwama-gimmicks angizwa lutho, and you do not have to be okay. Umjita law found the balance between the gimmicking of the beats, of the sequencing, because probably say there's a bit of a gimmick laphayana indlela alandelana ngawo, but then you have to have a sequence. Alikho iculo engisaleqa. Yeah, no, alikho iculo engisaleqa from the 14 tracks. Khona amanye aqalayo, I'm like, it's this song. And then it goes back to the relatability or the painting a picture. Because once waqala wamlalela ukuthi uthini umjida, it's like, you can catch me in it. So uyabona lento engisho, once waqala ukalalela, it's either you are somewhere with him having fun or ukutshela about not necessarily impilo ayiphilayo, but impilo nawe ungayiphila. Vula amadlebe, vala umlomo. Like if and ama-features, ngifuna ama-features abuye on decide ukuthi igama la title anjani lamanzi, yeah. So from anjani lamanzi I'm deciding ukuthi wonke umuntu ngangayenza leyo nto, kodwa for mina iculo eli-existayo lelo kwamanje, wonke umuntu who has a verse, a chorus kule project lena has to have a verse or a chorus. Best songs mina esengawezwa, not the project, but best songs, one of the greatest songs under 1 minute 30 seconds. I'm sure nibadala abantu bangaka nonke ningakwazi ukusummarize izinto engifuna ukuzisho, and then like tell us nithi Say Nation fakaza.com. Ngiyagxolisa for saying that, but that's just how it feels to me. My feelings are manje. So from that, let me go to, and then my feelings from back then, because ngiyayithanda le shandiza, I won't lie to you. Okay, favorite track yami is Masambeni, which is the intro. It has the best gimmick. Fagopozo in the water. Momlalela. You could relate. Momlalela. You could relate. And look relate and kulungu relate to because kumnandi like South Africa. Sasebancane kumnandi ukuphila. Or that line about us actually hustling, like Sanzimo Ukuvuga, I'm saying nation if I'm not mistaken.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
So the relatability is not only that, but it's already also relatable in that
Good night.
I'm the bungee jumper, enjoy the thrills. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, Paul. Never. I mean, come on, dude. See, afford, get out your water guns. So, iyaqala. Siyahamba, we are going to have fun. It's fun yengane per se. Unemali, let's go to the park, let's just have fun. Ngikhuluma ngeculo lengilithandayo, ngize ngenze yonke lento le about the entire album. Futhi nginamanga ukuthi lena culo ngilithandayo leli. But then the more I actually listen to it, so from lapho till la, from that point of relatability of Melo, enjoy the little things. Go for a hike, you can top the hills. Punch the jump, you will feel the thrills. Like album Young has those relatable things of irrelatable Leandro, because irrelatable into ngenzayo, into engayenza, into engifanele ukuyenza. And then we have the relatability of if only angazi noma leyo nto leyo makes sense. So from this point I'm showing ama-text that I had with Lazy Raps, who is with a self-centered one on the line. So right now let me get WhatsApp wami so I can share those initial thoughts, feelings, texts, because ukube ngikhulume ngalama-texts phela, doubt that you would have actually realized ukuthi i-album engiyithandayo lena. Let's see ukuthi wangena nini lama-WhatsApp. That's the first thing. So ne-idea from 17 till that date le ngayifaka ngayo lama-WhatsApp lawo, ukuthi kahle kahle what is happening noma how many days had passed from leyo shandisi leyo to my initial thoughts, because this is what ama-text are aware. So 8 November iphume ngomhla ka-27 leshandisi lena, so 33 days later. So kahle kahle it's 1.5 days, mina ngizoyithatha as 1.5, because in that time bengiyilalela yona yodwa, or uyazi nawe umculo lale album iphele, you'd like to listen to something else but then you don't know what to listen to, and then you just end up on my playlist and whatnot. So yeah, so from 27 to 8, these were my initial thoughts. My text WhatsApp with the self-centered one on the line. So okay. So it was the complaints about ukuthi icula kulona iculo kade ngilifuna. It was icula kade ngilifuna, but the icula kade ngilifuna ekugcineni ngabanga iculo. So I say angazi accent izosounda kanjani, because there's usually a difference between ukufunda for me ngifunda phansi into and ngisho. So hey, I'm here. Impohlo is exactly what a black English speaking person's sound should sound like. Umchita doesn't get lost in the Sangis English. In the Sangis, no, too stuck into the trap beats that he has on the thing. It's like layer terms, TEMS, like English shooting the reviewer. It's on Spotify. So yeah, it's like layer terms in that he found a balance between his being black, English writing, and young. Most abantu bayahluleka ukustrike low balance. Carrying on, Uswiti and those type of songs are perfectly placed and don't take away from the listening. Don't take away from the listening. It's, you can go into a project thinking but then you get there. I would have you that you didn't, but I you that you didn't, in a pleasant way. This was one of those ways. And then I go on to say, because if I engage up with something, that's how I usually am, or always am. So Lapo, the thing is, as a color, the album would be sky blue mixed with purple. As a color, the album would be sky blue mixed with purple. So Mvagwa, and then he goes on to say, elaborates on the color assignment. I almost said assessment. Assessment. Okay, no assignment. What the hell? Assess and assign, different things. Okay, so he goes on to say, elaborates on the color assignment, and then chilled but bright. Sky blue, purple, chilled but bright, and as you go for chilled, you go for bright, you would have to, you depend on how you go for bona we go. Uyidlala uye beach or clean. Very important. I'm out I call them everyday music. kuleya modi kule modi buka lokhu lalela lokhuya. And after lokho, if I feel like listening to my any mood music, ngiyajabula mina. So this is mangicabanga nale album izongena lapho any mood music, not quite there. So uyidlala uye-beige or clean. You don't have to look too hard to find the variety in the project. Sky blue mixed with purple. You do not have to look too hard to find the variety in the project. And if I write isikhathi esiningi for mina I'm a rap fan, mina ngithanda itaki yo what it do, but nods ngazi asikazi store ama-gang signs, I'm not from the east or the west. So yeah, for mina the variety parts of this, it's you can have a love song, you can have a trap song, you can have a song with a feature. That's what we usually get for variety. But then you get this, because abantu abaningi sengibalelise le album bonke bakhala ngeToyota. The production is on point. The production is on point. Like kuwona wonke amaculo abalalele, because ngijwayele ukuyidlala yonke album. Kuwona wonke, the production is on point. Kazi kudlala usweet kube khona umuntu ethi ngeke sidluleni lento hey inobubele, like for me inobubele abantu like balo. So variety is there, and it's not just ukuthi ukhuluma ngani, it's also the beats, it's also the fact that he sings. Because in outside, okay, I think ikhona la, because in outside, okay. So the variety in the projects, okay, you do not have to look too hard to find the variety in the projects. Sky blue mixed with purple. Sunset, so you probably seen with peach or orange, which is going to peach or another color. I just decided to look at peach coming with some show, so okay. The rest song is easily purple, while not sky blue. Non side is sky blue, the rest song is purple. Lalela mawuthi awathola ama-color assessments, you probably have to have a color manje after ukulalela le shandisi le. Not the album necessarily, but the review, you have to have a color in mind. And purple uzofika because of the album cover. Ngiyazi ukuthi purple uzofika because of the album cover. Kodwa mangase uyilalele, don't just listen to the beats, don't just listen ngoba nakuyitshela ukuthi i-artist yomngani wakho and you have to like it. Lalela ukuzwe ukuthi uthini umuntu. Is guy saying something, or is guy just like the plateau or normal plateau? I think it's a plateau. Yeah, it's like the plateau of other artists before him who just is happy with the mere fact that he sounds like everybody else or what. So yeah, this song is easily purple, but not side clearly sky blue. And then you have Ngozi, Hey, Unobubed, which have both colors. Like I think ngingazama explain what I mean about them having both colors, but then I'm sure it fail. Because into vale ngayo lana after everything, because that's the color assessment. Igcina with Hey and Unobubele, which have both colors, and then there's a gap lapha just ukuthi umuntu abone ukuthi it's different thoughts. Bengizisho nje about the colors. Hey, I had to say something there. But then I actually believe it's with purple with sky blue. The sunset in a young mbala visible ehlweni, but then when you try to capture it, it's manganayi i-picture editor, i-photo editor kufanele ukuthi uyidlalela ngesikhathi. So yeah.
Sondela kalana hawo indaba manje. Wazuzo lamanzi uthamlanda kanjani?